Anyways, I wasn't saying terrible things before. No, not at all. They can't be proven. It wasn't recorded. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Oh, man. Well, you guys had a fantastic evening and fantastic night's rest. I am had a rough one. Oh, what a fucking nightmare of everything. Oh my god. I heard it all. Bravo. Oh no. Oh no, he heard me call the bastard bitch shit fuck. Oh no. So I have been doing a lot more reading. Oh, there we go. That's better. And I weep for humanity. I weep for humanity. I've been going through that massive list, like the 300 or whatever manga, manhwa, and manhwas of wolves and werewolves and stuff. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. There's well, some of them are just fucking dirty, as you can imagine, but my god, most of them are just fucking badly written. Now again, I don't know if that's a translation thing, but shoo, woo, talking wild stuff, wild. That's just all over the place too. Like fucking hell, all over the place, and you can't even find because so many of the names are so similar at times, and then you get the ones where the title is obviously like 30 words long. What was that one light novel? Apparently, there was a light novel whose title was an entire light novel in and of itself. And it's like, it's like okay, okay. One, I get that is kind of funny, but two, what the fuck? I get it's making fun of Oriental naming conventions for like their comics and stuff, but still, it's the fact that the one light novel's title was 100 and what 165 pages long itself. It's like, oh my god, and that's the title. Holy shit. One of the hair. Oh, yeah. So today we're just basically chilling out, hanging out, and everything. I'm going through like I said, all these different novels and everything, and manga and manhwas and manhwas. And so many of these are just like, there are just so many of these that only have like 2 pages, right? And that's it. Or you know what I mean, like 2 chapters. That's it. They literally don't go anywhere, right? It's just one of those like, huh? There are so many, like, why? There's got to be that many artists here, right? Japan is so much smaller than we are. Well, Japan and Korea and maybe not China, but you know, there are so many artists that can do all these comic stuff like that. I want to do a comic. Yep. Oh man. Nah, I won't post anything here. Nah. Never. By the way, I can't believe it. That meme I posted in the Discord, by the way, came from one of reading these comics. And I was like, oh god. Oh, that's fair. Manga artists kill themselves creating their work. Sometimes, yeah. But I mean, there are just so many of these that are like, they're so niche. You know what I mean? And the art isn't bad either. So it's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, this is super smutty stuff, right? So you're going to get like the lowest low bar art and everything out of it. And you don't. I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. That's fucking interesting. Oh, because you get stuff like this, right? Beloved by Beastman anthology. Like, oh, well, obviously we know what that's gonna be. It's stuff like that. A collection of 9 pure love stories between beast boyfriends and human heroines. Oh my god. There's 64 of these? What the holy shit? Okay, never mind. I was gonna make a joke about how all of these are like 2 chapters long and everything like that. No, there's 64 of these. Okay. Ah, nobody's translated any of them. Low bar, have you seen furry art? Well, of course. But no, this what I mean by that is like these are actual full-on like comics, you know? Again, it's a difference between a single art piece and then having to do 7 art pieces on a page while also to going in for character blocking, scenes, making sure the background look good. Oh my god. Hang on. Excuse me while all the gas tries to kill me. Yeah. Dr. Livesey is Chad in the book too, so that Soviet cartoon is accurate. Mm-hmm. Seriously though, I so wanted to get that as a thing. The fucking the Livesey walk. It's such a good fucking meme. It really is. This is 177 chapters. Ooh. Hmm. Werewolves, witches, magic, non-human protagonists, school life, full color, animal transformation, animal characteristics, adventure, drama, fantasy, OEL, webtoons. Ah, webtoons. As long as it's not on webtoons, because that fucking site annoys the piss out of me. Alright, yeah. Grab this one. It's on webtoon! No! Alright, well, we'll save it anyways. Fuck. Webtoon has this annoying habit. If you're ever, like, binge reading something, Webtoon will automatically force you to the main website and be like, check out all these other things! Interrupt your reading! Check out all the other things! Stop reading! Check out all this other stuff! It's like, fuck off! And what's worse is once you hit that wall, you can't get out of it unless you go back to the very start of the comic that you were reading. Unless you go back to the landing page of the comic and then start again. But the wall, the time you hit the next wall, gets shorter and shorter. It is incredibly frustrating. I fucking hate webtoons. I fucking hate them. I was like, no, I don't want to check out any of your other shitty comics. Fuck off. I'm reading this one. Clearly I'm into this one. Stop fucking interrupting me. Hey, Pip Pip. Like, it's fucking hard-coded into their website. That's the most annoying part about it. And then, of course, they want you to download an app as well to actually read up to the most current thing. Thank God when a series is complete, you don't have to worry about that. But, fucking hell. Happy that we finally caught Vosh in the act. Oh. Do not interrupt such as werewolf smut. Well, that's just, that's anything in general, right? But no, because there was this one, again, I'm a bit tired of this, like, whole, what is it? Hang on, let me get the actual name of the comic. Because they do shit that annoys the piss out of me. It's called After Dark, right? And it's very clearly leftist skewed. Like, pretty fucking heavily, right? And there's a lot of like, oh, he's so toxic and everything like that. He's manipulative and controlling and everything. It's like, ugh. Just, ugh. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh god. And again, they then have to go overboard with it. And it's fucking weird, right? It's weird because, like, he gets blamed for the death of his girlfriend, which, she was there because of him, sure, but he was running with her, and she slipped, and he's in full fucking panic mode running from a werewolf. So when his girlfriend gets eaten, like, again, he ran to her, grabbed her, and was trying to drag her back to the car for safety. Got angry with how it kept pulling me towards the homepage and ads mid-reading. Yep, that's what Webtoons does. It's so fucking annoying. And again, it's hard-coded into the website. It's not like a pop-up you can block or anything. No, it's literally hard-coded in to pull you back. And I fucking hate it. Yeah, you get a lot. There's a lot of stuff like this. My sweet bond with a wolf. My first night with the beast. It's like, holy shit. I thought I was thirsty. Man. I got nothing. Nothing on this. Oh, hey, there's 4 chapters. 3 years ago, though. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. Right, well. Save that one. They need to go overboard or it turns into 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. Well, again, there's a part where I agree that he's being manipulative, right? But they just overplay the hand. So, like, was that written by a woman by any chance? Shockingly, most of these are not. From what I can tell. But there's a lot of, like, hardcore toxicity in it. And a lot of these, like, things. Like, that seems to be the point of most of them. It's like, ugh. 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 Male feminists are worse. Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. Oh, but a lot of these are just super, like, super fucking toxic. Which annoys the piss out of me. Like, and it's almost always from that crowd. Like, they want it. They crave it so much. They're literally the crowd of, but thou protest too much. Methinks thou protest too much. Okay, like you're engaging in the thing that you're constantly railing against, right? Man, it really doesn't like when I drink things. I was also debating on getting like a second camera. And I don't know if I can do like a dual camera thing to make things more accurate, maybe? It'd be nice if you could do like a dual camera rig that would like then track like hand and everything. But I've seen hand tracking and stuff like that. It's expensive as fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. But it would be nice. It would be very nice. Hey, Grinus. We've been we've been going over like all the different like books and things I've been reading. A lot of them are fucking smutty smut. 100%. And you find some like really good ones, some decent ones in the mix. There is one I am shocked is actually getting a there's an anime that's being made for one of them. Hold on. Let me pull up to Ting. Like, I'm not expecting to get through today's stream without getting hit with like copytisms. So I have read both of these that we're up to so far. So Hannah and the Beastman was the original, and then they had the sequel that came later, which has two names, With You Our Love Will Make It Through and Crossing the Walls of Love With You. And this one's actually getting an anime adaptation, like unironically. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. All right. That's what I was fucking surprised about. So, the premise, by the way, for this is that there was a horrific experiment, and they don't go into details about what the experiment was, but it created a bunch of hybridized people, right? So these hybridized people are forced to live inside of a walled-in part of the city. That's what the first one is about. The second one is the wall is slowly coming down, ever so slowly. But a lot of the normal society doesn't like them, and they, in turn, the Beastmen, don't like normal people either. They have to do all kinds of like dangerous search and rescue operations and things like that because they're considered expendable. But in the first one, Hannah and the Beastman, she falls in love with, Hannah falls in love with one, and the two of them, like, start slowly chipping away at things, building, like, a school inside to teach the Beastmen more and more and stuff. And the sequel follows their son. Well, their son and the girl he falls for, obviously. Yeah.
もしかして遅刻ですか？ここ行けますよ。よ。
超えるのか、そこ。
はい。一緒に超えちゃいましょう。声低かった。
顔犬じゃん。日高はお前たちと同じ。
Not what you would expect, right?
16歳の高校生だ。よ
ろしく。
お前と楽しい学校生活を送ってみたい。
日高君はクラスメイトだよ。多分誰よりも当たり前と普通に敏感な優しい男の子。
ありがとう。決心がついた。
君と超えて恋にね。2025年。
Again, things you didn't expect to get an anime adaptation.
秋放送開始。
Like, what? Because, the first one... The first one, Hannah and the Beastman, was very yeah. The girls are more animal than the usual Beastmen of other anime. Yep. Oh no. Philip the Fascist is on it again. Oh, Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. Philip the Fascist. Yeah, I hate when they do that as like, oh, you know, they're beast people, stuff like that, and it's just literally, they just have some ears and a tail, and that's it. It's like, lame. 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 God, man. Man, where is that dumb fuck? Oh, I don't have the blocker thing activated. So I'm like, I swore I blocked Philip the Fascist, so I wouldn't see his fucking retarded ass anymore. But no, anyways, the reason why I'm surprised that this is getting an anime thing is the first one, Hannah and the Beastman, was pretty raunchy. And this one is pretty risque as well. So that's why I'm very surprised that they made it an anime. Okay. Oh man, I want to watch it so much. Illegal Mindset's going over the Johnny Somali stuff. And I want to watch it really bad, but you know, that'd be fucking weird. Fascism is when people I don't like exercise power, yeah. Unironically. That's his entire mentality. Like, he's fucking wild. And then tomorrow is going to be the trial itself at 2:30 a.m. Oh. Philip DeFranco is his name. I always call him Philip the Fascist for a reason. Because he's genuinely, like, a super retarded leftoid, right? Like, we're talking the most hyper, seething, like, anti-intellectual retard you have ever met. Ever. It's not even close. It's not even a contest. Like, he's somebody that makes Hassan Piker look more sane by comparison. Dude, he was frothing and foaming at the mouth, and he's like, "Yes, mob justice! Ah, Derek Chauvin's a bastard! Yeah, we got him! Ah, they obeyed us! They listened to the mob! Yes, it's a good thing!" like he's genuinely like fuck. Well, you mean the person who was in bed with BetterHelp? I don't know if he was, but wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Right. Also, I have heard rumblings. I don't know where at, though, but I've heard rumblings, and I'm looking for it. There is a new Warhammer Online server that's coming, and I am very much down for that. What the fuck? What the fuck did I just read? Yeah. Sorry, grounds. Those rumblings are from your tummy, obviously. No. It was on another Warhammer private server, which was apparently it's gonna be Dawn of Reckoning, and they said they're gonna open up in fall, so I'm fucking excited. But I would love to know, where in the fuck is Dawn of Reckoning? Like, you can't just come in and drop that and then not give us the location of Dawn of Reckoning. The Russians have silenced them. Giving links to another project is prohibited here. Please provide it via DMs, not in public channels. It's like, I want to know. I want to know about Dawn of Reckoning. I was sad that Interbellum died. I'm just looking around at stuff. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Hey, Threadnought. Welcome, welcome. Grounds. Oh my god. Salt drinks. Oh my god. Oh, what should we do today? What should we do today? Oh, the emotes don't work. Oh, that's annoying. Hold on. Oh, man. Emotes don't work. I'll try to fix that on Stream Ninja at some point, Threadnut. Sag. Absolutely Sag. Okay. Right. I didn't do as much writing yesterday as I was hoping I would. I basically got to the end of where I wanted. Yeah, we're basically got to the end of that chapter. We're going into the next chapter. Chapter 19. Now we're doing pretty good. We've just been talking about, like, all the different wolf and werewolf manga I've been reading. Most of it is smut, unironically. Like, it's fucking wild how much there is. And they're always, like, terrible. Or they're like, super fucking weirdo, like, Omegaverse stuff in a lot of cases. And you get stuff like this, which is just incredibly fucking weird. Life sure is rough, especially when you're Gyeon Hisung. Abandoned by his pack of fellow dog shifters, he is forced to become a drug runner for a gambling ring. Final job becomes face to face with Savage Fang, the ruthless wolf den enforcer Yong Chi Young. Yon Chi Young. Everything goes nearly according to plan. On his way back, he's attacked and forced to return to his fearsome true form, a little white cotton ball of a puppy. After Chi Young finds Hee-sung struggling on the streets, he takes him in, believing him to be nothing more than a stray. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. These are the weird ones. Have a naughty or even stupid thing to end up the next D&D session I'm DMing. Well, should be fun. Considering what dogs are, dog shifters has some implications. Yeah. And then you get a lot of titles like this. Prostitution by Beasts. Bear My Child. What the fuck? A century ago, a virus nearly wiped out humanity. To save humankind, they were merged with, what's this? Beasts. Okay. That's a premise. Okay. That's a premise. Oh no, that's abysmal. Unironically, unironically, this is literally the joke of tonight's episode. The writer's barely disguised fetishes. Now a lot of these aren't even disguised, right? They're just blatant. This is like blatant. Genuinely, like this is blatant. God, I hate the Omegaverse stuff. Mental illness just everywhere. Ugh. Vaccines cause furrytism. Oh, man-made cringe beyond comprehension. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Again, these premises, it's like just why do you need to have the grounding foundation, right? It's to the point where it's like it's so blatantly obvious. Why is it even necessary? Why are you struggling so hard to make it necessary? Right? I just arrived. What the hell are you reading? We're going over this massive list of wolf and werewolf manga, manhwa, and manhwas. Thanks, President Wilson. Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, I hate when it's like that. They're like, or that one show recently where it's like, oh, he's a werewolf, and it's like all it is that the hairstyle changes and he has a different personality. That's it. Like what the fuck? What? That's literally it. Literally. His hair changes styles and he has a different personality that's more outgoing and forceful. That's it. That's it. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. At that point, just say he's got a mental illness. Just say he's got a fucking split personality disorder. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. I did a bad right there. Please hold. Ow! Fuck. I had an itch and I didn't think about it. And I scratched myself. You know, you're saying, oh, that's normal. It's like, no, not when you got fucking talons, it's not normal. That hurts. That hurts. Ow. So I had to put some medicine on. What's worse, small changes just turning into a big wolf? Small changes. Because at least wolf, if you turn to a big wolf, you've got the wolf in werewolf, right? It's when there's these tiny nothing things like, oh, his teeth maybe get a little bit sharper, his eyes change color, and his hairstyle changes. That's it. Oh, he's going wolf. How in the fuck? What? How in the fuck? Yeah, exactly. It's so lame. Lame as fuck. I even hate when they just do the, like, ears. Like, they just sprout ears and stuff. It's just like... It's just awful. They just sprout ears, and that's it. It's just like, ugh. You're so unimaginative. You're so uncreative. Just absolutely terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. Oh, also, a lot of the, okay, so I'm going to tell you this. This is a lot of the, yeah, yeah. We talked about Dresden Files before. The most dangerous ones are the Loop Guru. Because they're the, like, full-on murder machines. Yeah. Anyways, you have the premise that's for most of these, like, unironically, more than just like a couple, right? It's like multiple handfuls of these is like, oh, you're an unwanted child that's abused by your family, and now you're going to be married off in an arranged political marriage to the local count, duke, prince of a neighboring kingdom to the same kingdom. It doesn't matter. That is accursed, or is the beast man. And he's going to be real lovey-dovey to you and treat you great, while your family treats you like dog shit. Worse than Cinderella got treated. Like, that is unironically, like, so many of these. It's fucking, it's the weird revenge porn thing, right? It's the weird revenge porn. Because it's fun. It's genuinely fun to do that. Pip Pip. Remember, I did it the other day in the Acer Thorn bashing channel. And I had way too much fun with it. I had way too much fun posting it. This is what I wrote on the other day, real quick. The biggest of L's. He's never had an L bigger. He'll look up and squeal and gobble this L was not the biggest, but we know. It is the biggest L. Next to his existence itself. Such is the size of this L, it's a really big L. That his victims will be delivered from his mentally unhinged. Frankly, I'm shocked he isn't in a padded cell already. He said he jerks off thinking about stabbing his father and writing in his blood. Truly, unhinged is the least we can say of him. It's such a big L. Multiple vexatious litigant status, it's true. What an L. We've never seen an L this big. They call him the dad stabber, you know. And his victims will be saved. And he did it all to himself. Such an L. Yeah. Make werewolves great again. Absolutely. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying with the Wolverine and everything. Like I said, I want them to be monstrous looking too. I want them to actually look intimidating as fuck, right? I never seen an L this large. Not since Sleepy Joe fell upstairs. Yeah, it's really fucking weird. There's only one, which was the, like, sold off to the Beast King or whatever. Hang on, no, I'll get the actual name of it. But there was one where it was literally a prisoner. The Beast Kingdom asked for a prisoner or asked for like anybody to be sent over as kind of like a diplomatic attaché, sort of like trying to rebuild bridges. This one, sacrificed to be the Beast King's bride. Once she lived the life of a criminal. Now she lives a life married to her doting husband, the Beast King. His beautiful violet eyes upon her, she's warmly embraced by his large body covered in fur. But can she trust him? Again, very fucking weird, right? But at least that one, she was the criminal, right? Like, it made sense why she was treated so poorly. She's in prison. But most of these are like, oh, yes, you are the daughter of my first wife. Oh, you would normally be the heiress to the household, but I've decided to treat you like dog shit. It's very fucking strange. It's very fucking strange. And it's so weird, right? Because it's weird, petty, like, power fantasies instead of being anything actually interesting, you know? They just want to get like vengeance on themselves. It's like a self-insert, you know? Oh, I've been so wronged, but if only I could find this handsome werewolf husband of mine. No, it's very weird. David Bull's got a new video out. Ooh. I'm so tempted to watch. So I don't know watch. It's an hour and 33 minutes though. Holy shit. And it only just came out. But no, David Bull is fantastic. If you don't know who he is the guy that brought back woodblock printmaking in a big way, right? He started a series with an artist over here in the U.S. Called Ukiyo Heroes. Oh, God. So, yeah. What monarchy lets you just ignore right of succession like that? You'd be fucking surprised in these stories. But it's more so that the monarchy can do whatever the fuck they want, right? So they always do like weird shit like that. Like well, you're technically in line for the throne, but I hate you and I love your younger sister better because she's much more like me. It's the like the Rising of the Shield Hero sort of thing. It's fucking weird shit like that, right? All over the place. All over the place. Anyways, David Bull, Ukiyo Heroes. I'm tempted to watch the documentary with you guys about him. Genuinely, it's really fucking good. I'm trying to remember how to spell Ukuyoi. I don't remember how to spell it. Hang on a second. David Bull. Ukuyoi E. Ukuyoi E Heroes. This, right here. I'll bring it over for you guys so you can see. This. Art of the Game, Ukuyoi E Heroes. This is a fantastic documentary, by the way. That, like, look. It's genuinely really fucking good. Really fucking good. I highly recommend it. I bought this a while ago. Man, I'm just trying to remember how to spell ukiyo-e. There you go. Here are some of the prints like that come from it. These are genuinely really fucking good. Really fucking good. Like, holy shit. And again, these are all woodblock prints, right? These aren't like just they drew them out and stuff like that. These are genuinely woodblock prints. So each one of these colors is its own woodblock that has to be carved out, right? Every single different color is its own woodblock. It is a very intricate technique how they do it. And David Bull shows from beginning to end, he'll show him like putting the prints on and carving all of the wood and everything like that. And how you actually print them and stuff like that. Like, they're really fucking cool. I mean, that's definitely not a David Bull work. Yeah, there's one. Like, just look at these. Just look at these. King DDD, Kirby's coming for you. Yeah, this is just so fucking good. And then this, Star Fox. Like, that's so fucking good. That's so fucking good. Holy shit. Oh, they're genuinely wonderful. Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid 1 was so cool to watch him actually, like, go from start to finish, right? Of all the printing and everything. Genuinely really fucking cool. uh... Oh, like I said, I highly recommend watching the Ukiyo-e Heroes documentary. It's really fucking good. And this is such a good Saitama. It's unreal. It's such a good Saitama. It's unreal. Oh. Now, obviously, he doesn't just do only this stuff, right? He doesn't just only do this stuff. This is one of the cooler ones. This one, just because of how fucking intricate this is. This is one of their most difficult prints to do. And the reason why, it's all the gradations all over the place. These require very special techniques to put these color changes in from one color to another. What you do is you take the color, right, that you want. You put it at the sharpest point you want, and then you have to take another brush that has a little bit of the color in it, and you sweep sideways, and you only very carefully go up to then just give the lightest little touch of color to other parts of it, and it will overlay over the other colors. It's a very difficult technique, and it takes a lot of work to do. But it is so... I mean, look at this. That's just a fucking incredible Monster Hunter thing, isn't it? That's fucking incredible. Yeah, again, Art of the Game, Ukiyo-e Heroes. Highly, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Fantastic documentary. David Bull is a fantastic dude. Like, it's so fucking cool. Unironically. He has his own YouTube channel. You can type in David Bull in YouTube and you can go watch his stuff. He also does lots of streams where you can go watch him carving woodblock prints, or sometimes he'll be at the printing bench. But yeah. Oh, what a wild ride we've gone on, right? Uh-oh. I'll be right back. Oh, welcome, Mouse. Welcome, welcome. No, it wasn't that. It was the sink. I had a big old hunk of mucus and stuff come up. I was like, oh. Terrible. Genuinely terrible. Morning, Rapper. Yeah, so back to the horrible, degenerate stuff we were talking about. It's just so weird that they need them to be either hyper toxic, right? Or hyper toxic, or they need them to be like super lovey-dovey, right? Super lovey-dovey. Like they can do no wrong. They're the perfect man. And it is weirdly, like, common how much I see so many, like, people, like, we need our toxic Yuri love stuff. It's like, why? Like, I need toxic relationships. Like, why? She's very bleh. It's not a very healthy mindset, that's for sure. Yeah, no, I'm doing all right. We're just basically hanging out, just talking and everything, just having a good time. I've been talking about all these, like, I've been reading so many fucking books on wolves and werewolves and stuff. And it's, it's pretty wild. A lot of them are really fucking garbage. It's stuff like this. Right? Stuff like this. Now you no longer know the difference between them? Yeah. Just be what women want and men are degenerate. No, look at what women are into. Now look at what women are into. Yeah, yeah. Well, I know, right? But no, it's stuff like this. Ready? Chat, I don't think you're ready for this. The cynical wolf seduction. Narihira is the second oldest son in a family descended from werewolves. His tendency to grow wolf ears and a tail when he gets excited is a problem when having sex with normal humans. So not only is it pure fetish bait, right? But it's also the lamest kind. It's also the lamest kind where it's just a tail and wolf ears. That's it. So fucking stupid. It's so stupid. I hate it. There is an interesting one that I have found and I was reading. Which it feels like it's gonna turn into a romance thing. But the basic premise of this, yeah, cowards, exactly. Oh, I gotta get to it. Hold on. All right. So this manga, I believe it's a manga, might be a manhwa, but this one is called Beastly Things. In a world where werewolves coexist with humans, Han Ji-woo, the only daughter of the werewolf clan leader, encounters the nation's son, actor Chon Yi-seung. But what on earth is this guy? Why does an ordinary celebrity make the power of wolves stronger? So this, it's a manhwa for sure. Holy shit. Yeah, it's Korean. It's manhwa. Yeah. This one is actually interesting because she's pretending to have like a little private investigator office as her cover for like why she's out and about and constantly like patrolling an area and things like that. That's her turf, and her pack patrols that area. And the actor, the celebrity that apparently boosts werewolves, like he makes them stronger with contact, he's actually a hunter that's trying to kill them all. And there's a gambit going on to get her and her father to fight each other so that when the werewolf, the right of succession, the heir apparent comes up, there's going to be a succession crisis and they can get all the werewolves together and kill them all. And the hunters admit fully, like straight up, they know that the werewolves are dying out already. They're a dying species. but they don't want to wait for them to die out of natural causes. They want to accelerate it immediately and kill all of them that they possibly can. Also, I like that the fact that the female lead in this is genuinely stupid. And I don't mean like in the like over the top comedic level of stupid. I mean in the kind of ditzy airheaded stupid, right? The kind of like, what's the way to put it? They're too like self-interested that they make dumb mistakes. They're too self-interested, right? So like she has constant moments where she needs to focus on one thing and then she gets sidetracked by another thing. Is like, oh, that's that other famous actor. I want to go get their autograph. And meanwhile, the other like werewolves are like, what the fuck? That's not why we're here. Damn delay. 2.5 minutes to the back. Yep. She's not playing chess. She just reacts to things. She's trying to play chess. This is the more accurate statement. She's trying to play chess. She's making moves, but they're not always smart moves, right? Oftentimes they blow up in her face. Meanwhile, the hunters are actually playing chess. Ooh, Nicolas Cage must get an autograph. Yeah, kind of. Right? But she puts the pieces together. She like gets suspicious, but she has those moments where like she doesn't see all the way through, right? And she clearly doesn't understand that the other werewolf lead wants her, right? It is clear that her best friend is completely smitten with her. Oh. Well done, Grindus. Well done. He's completely smitten. But she doesn't want to see it that way. It's just one of those things like, man, he's basically telling you, because her father literally passed her up and was saying that the guy would take the charge of the pack when the father is retired. And she got all upset, but the guy who's taking charge was like, I want you to be in charge. And I'll always side with you and everything like that. And it's like, dude, woman, he wants you. You are the one that he loves. Like, oh my god. Ooh. 'Tis a fine mount. 'Tis a fine mount. We're just talking about all these different werewolf stories and everything like that. And like I said, most of them I found, they're not worth anything. They're just shameless, like, smut and stuff like that, right? Or they follow the exact same formula at all times. Like the copy paste of so much of this stuff is wild. But then they go out of weird ways to like justify their world. Like it's very strange that everybody knows, every single person knows exactly what's going on. They know it's fetish material, right? But they feel like they have to justify it. They have to explain in intricate detail how the world works and everything. when everybody realizes it's fetish material. It's very strange. It's very fucking strange. Like, yeah, I don't get why you have to justify the existence of beastmen so hard when it's clear the only reason they exist is for the smut. Like, that seems to be their only purpose in life. In this particular, like, this particular book or whatever, right? Well, that's like, excuse me, that's like 85% of the ones I've found thus far. And that, again, that's not even getting into the whole Omegaverse stuff, which is, in and of itself, Omegaverse stuff is like, good lord, creepy as shit. This is another thing too, is a lot of these don't know how wolves actually work and function and operate, right? So they have weird, like, ways that they treat wolves and stuff all throughout the place, of like hierarchy and everything. Mine, this is what I even put in mine, was I made sure in Guardians of Nature. Is Omegaverse the same as Multiverse? No. Omegaverse is a sexual thing, right? Where there are alpha, omegas, betas, and things like that, and omegas are like humans that can go into heat cycles and can actually give birth regardless of what their biological sex is. You can tell they have no grasp of wolves' social behavior. Exactly. Yep. Yep. So, like in mine, in Guardians of Nature, Jennifer has the thing where, I think it was Jennifer, or is it Samantha? But one of them basically has the thing where they're like, oh, do they have the whole alpha, beta, omega, things like that? It's like, no, that's a misconception. Wolves don't have that. Packs are family units. The Wolverine have the rank structure, stuff like that, but that's more of their humanoid side wanting more order and structure. A wolf pack is literally a family unit, right? That's what a wolf pack is. It's a family. They're all a family. So you have a bit of a pecking order, just as any family would, but it's much more like, hey, we're all just here working together because we're a family. It's only in captivity where you get the whole alpha and beta and things like that sort of dynamics. Because in captivity, they're introducing wolves that are unrelated to each other. So they have to set a pecking order for who's in charge of what. Yep. Lone wolves, so lone wolves aren't as uncommon. They're not uncommon, but they aren't common, right? They're that in between. And lone wolves is not because they're intentionally being a lone wolf. They're out looking for a family unit, right? They're looking for a mate. That's what lone wolves do. They go out, they look for a mate, and they will either join the mate's pack, or they will bring the mate back with them to their pack. Yeah. But there's no, like, the idea of the lone wolf isn't a thing. Like the concept of lone wolfing it, the way we understand it, isn't an actual thing. They're specifically out there to search for mate so that they can either join the mate's pack or they will bring the mate back to their pack. Yeah, it's a temporary state. Again, they got the idea of lone wolves from captive wolves, where a wolf doesn't want to mate with any of the wolves that are there. They don't like them. Their personalities don't clash, things like that. Because another thing is, wolves have personalities. And wolves also are a monogamous species. They will find one mate and they will mate for life. So they will find that special mate that they like, and they will mate for life, and that's it. That's what they got. So when you're only observing wolves that are in captivity, that are in like sanctuaries and everything like that, you get all these weird dynamics that don't exist in nature, where you're bringing multiple wolves that are unrelated to each other into a setting, so obviously they need to establish a pecking order of who's on top. That doesn't happen in nature because it's literally a family unit. You know who the patriarch and matriarch of the family unit is, right? You know Grandpa and Grandma Wolf, they're at the top. You little pup wolf are at the bottom. You know this inherently. It's not something that you need to prove or anything. It's not like a rank structure you can work up and down. That's just how it works. The rank structure, and again in mind, Guardians of Nature, the rank structure specifically comes from the humanoid side wanting more structure, right? And then they fully admit that. The Embracers have a little bit less rigid structure, but they still follow the 5 Talon system. But they're a little more, like, loose with it. Not by much, but they're a little more, like, forgiving with it. And the Wolverines specifically say that they try their hardest not to disrupt pack dynamics because they don't want to, like, damage things, right? A Wolverine that tries to join a wolf pack, or a Wolverine tribe that tries to get together with a wolf pack, they will try to integrate as slowly and smoothly as possible. They'll let the wolf pack basically choose if they want to be there or not. Because they're trying to prevent, like, instilling bad habits or the forcefulness of the Wolverine's humanoid side onto the wolves. And remember, the Wolverine can breed with the wolves, but it's a genetic backup, right? It's the fail-safe, like, protect the species. It's what all the shifters can. The shifters can mate either with humanoids or with the animal ones, or, of course, with themselves, right? That's one thing I always found weird in Werewolf the Apocalypse and everything like that for White Wolf, is that you couldn't... Gauru are a species, but they don't actually fit the definition of a species because they can't procreate amongst themselves. If you do, you create horrific inbreeding. It's like, that's fucking weird. So you're discouraged from seeking out your own species? That's fucking weird. Yeah, this is basically like emergency backup, right? And so that there will always be a chance of the Wolverine coming back, or the Wolverine coming back, or the any of the shifters, the Coraxin, the... What did I have for sharks? I had the shark name written down as well. But all of those, like the were-sharks, the were-bears, all stuff like that, they have that as a, like, emergency whoa button. It's a way to think of it as is like the seed vault, right? In, I can't remember what Arctic country that is. Svalbard? Is that it? I can't remember. Man, where the seed vault is. I'll just look up the seed vault. The seed vault. Svalbard. I was close. I was closer than I thought it was. Svalbard, the seed vault. Yeah, it's like that, right? It's the emergency backup plan. It would be a nice feature if it could bring back any of the three species if one of them dies out. It would, but that's not the point of it. Right? The point of it is specifically because of the Wolverine. The Wolverine have the random chance to become Wolverine. They're not guaranteed. Even if two Wolverine parents come together, their offspring is not inherently a Wolverine. It's a chance. And it was specifically done that way by the gods, specifically Cortisoth, because if you could have all the shifters come together and their children were guaranteed to be shifters, they would easily dominate every other species on the planet instantly, right? Because think about what all the shifters are. The shifters are humanoids, but better in every way, right? And you might be thinking like, well, like, you have really smart humanoids. You might have really dumb Wolverines. Like, that's not the point. The point is that they all have much greater regenerative capabilities. They can be a lot faster. They have a lot less health problems and everything. Like, they can get so much fucking stronger than any humanoid can. It's that whole thing of, like, their worst aspects, the least of them, is still better than what the greatest of humanoids can be, right? That's the issue. Yeah, overpopulation would be not just an issue, it would be a certified fact that it would happen. Very fucking quickly, too. So what ends up mostly happening is that the overwhelming majority of the Wolverine, like, species, and all the shifter species, they're the kin-blooded, right? So you'll have the wolf-blooded, the raven-blooded, the shark-blooded, the bear-blooded, all that stuff like that. They're people that have all the genetic markers in them. They could potentially become Wolverine one day. But it's not a guarantee. But they can pass on that marker down as well through the lines. And remember, that was the one... whoop. Let's go back here. Let's get back to where Jack is taking a bath. And he's talking to that woman. Here we go. Yeah, we'll start here. Jack sat quietly in the tub of hot water, all while the brush was worked through the fur on the back of his head. It had been the first time he had felt comfortable for the week. The first time he even allowed anyone to touch him. Michael would check in on him every now and then, but it was the others, some of them like him, most not, that were there with him the most. Another dump of hot water was drawn from a pool nearby, and a brush scrubbed at his fur some more. I have a question. The woman currently scrubbing his back now stopped and leaned around. Well, go ahead. That's what we're here for. And you finally starting to talk is a good sign. Jack brought his hands up and looked at them for a long time, before he then slowly opened and closed them, his mind debating on what to ask, now that he had finally broken his silence. Why do you not use soap? Well, I suppose that would be an interesting question. While we're, of course, capable of recognizing people outright by their appearance, and even the wolves themselves, wolves rely heavily on scent for identification markers. It's why when we bathe wolves, we do not use soaps and shampoos and such. We clean off the grime and muck like they naturally would in the wild so they can keep their scent. So, it's helpful not to? In this instance, sure. Now, if you were to say be going in the city often or something, needs must to blend in. But when out here amongst the wolf pack, it's far better for you to have your scent easily identifiable so the wolves know who you are at all times. Does that mean Michael, the ranger, would not? No, don't be silly. He's a wolverin. I'm talking about the actual wolves we keep around. They are family, kin to us. Wait, you don't mean like real kin, right? Yeah, that part is the part that made a lot of us a bit wary. But it's the truth. They are the genetic backup for the wolverin should the worst come to pass. A safety net to keep the species going. Even so, the fact they can is a bit off-putting. The woman let out a laugh and nodded. Indeed. But that is part of their species. Each shifter has the same emergency genetic backup to add further survivability to them. There are more of them? A few, yes. The most common are the foxes, the sharks, the bears, the ravens. She started to trail off in thought while she continued to scrub at his fur with the brush. And they each can take that hybrid shape, like what I look like now compared to wolves. That is the truth of it. Though they can also take a full animal shape. But the wolverin are special because of the 5 phases. Well, 5 common phases of Mani. They are gifted their casts and the 5 shapes they can take. You'll find the number 5 is very important to wolverin culture. Wait, they could take 5 different shapes? We'll stop there. We've already done this one before, but yeah. We're getting past the point. But again, that's Jack talking about the whole wolfkin thing. And how, isn't that weird? And he's just like, yeah, it is. But that's part of their species. That's just the way they are. Yeah, so a lot of it's funny to call the wolves wolf-blooded, but in that instance, everyone kind of knows, they're like, okay, there's not a good term for it, right? But there are those amongst wolf packs that are like that have the genetic trace and markers in them. The gods made them wrong as a joke. No. Again, that was the insistence of Meraxes to have the genetic backup, right? Because he saw what Cordyceps was doing. He understood what Cordyceps was doing. But then he pointed out all these, flaws and problems with it. He's like, are you going to make it so that if, the wolverin ever get critically low, that suddenly a bunch of the wolf-blooded are going to transform on the spot to, save the species? Are you going to do that for the were-ravens, the were-sharks, the were-bears, the were-foxes? And so that's what Meraxes is the one that basically added the genetic backups thing, both into humanity itself and into the species that the shifters come from. It's why sometimes, again, it's rare, but sometimes a wolf pack will give birth to a wolverin. And those wild-born wolverin are, they're an interesting case, that's for sure. Because the wolf pack doesn't associate anything is wrong with them until one day that that wolf suddenly has a panic or something, and then they fucking shift into a monstrous, form, a monstrous humanoid form, with big claws and everything, and the wolf pack's just like, what? What happened? And meanwhile, the wolverin doesn't know anything. Again, their intelligence and everything is boosted, but it was already boosted to begin with. But it doesn't mean they instinctively learn languages and stuff, right? They don't know that off the bat. They know only the wolf howls and everything and what they mean. So it gets into that kind of interesting, like, side thing where human-born Wolverine kind of need to learn the wolf howls and everything and wolf behaviors more, and then the wolf-born Wolverine are much more like like, did you understand that? It's like, of course I did. Or as as habitual line crosser will do it when he talks about like some of the grunts and things like that. For when he's talking about different like air units and things. Howdy, it's like, oh, very good. Oh, you got 3 of them, did you? And it's like, you can understand that? It's like, sure I can. No, it's not Scooby-Doo speak. It's literally the rumbles and grumbles, right? The rumbles and grumbles that wolves actually have. So let me show you this. To rumbles and to grumbles. Okay. This is what wild Wolverine are like, and the same thing with obviously with wolves and stuff. So this is the whole thing that they have to try to understand. What? Oh, unmute tab. Yep, there we go. Sorry about that. See? It's that deep rumbling. That deep rumble that just comes from their chest. Ooh. Yeah. So, not even Scooby-Doo speak. It's literally wolf. What? Yeah, the one at the end is funny. The one at the end, I'll go back to it. The one at the end is funny. That one's really cool. Like a husky. No, don't woof. Woof. Well, again, they don't have... it's that same thing where, big cats, so like lions and tigers, things like that, they don't meow. Versus house cats that do, right? It's the same thing here. They don't like woof or anything like that. They have that deep rumble. This is where the awoo came from, right? Right here. This is where the awoo stuff like that came from. This kind of stuff. Yep. That's also why domesticated dogs like that don't really howl or anything. That's fair enough, Dimitri. There was a thing, though, that they don't like. Yeah. there was a thing where it's something that house cats can do and big cats can't do. That's why that you have like the roar versus like, you know, house cats don't really roar. There's no house kitties roaring. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta send something to them. Sir Ben sent me a message. Send that off to him. All right. While we're on the stream. Yeah. All right. The funny thing about it's the whole thing of domestication too, right? Dogs are the, I'm just gonna say it, they're the bastardization of wolves, right? That's what dogs are. And they have been domesticated and tamed thoroughly. Cats have flipped the fucking tables. They domesticate their owners. Oh. Yeah, cats do not, you don't domesticate cats. They domesticate you. Like, it's you. You're mine. Feed me, my feed machine. Feed me now. Yep. No, cats, again, have their own socialization and structure, right? You're stopping the wolf postings? It's been 1 year since I started wolf posting, and it's time to move on. This will be the last post on this account. Here's what we've achieved together. 25.1 thousand followers, 12.9 thousand wolf posts, 61 million impressions, popularized whoop, warb, and wolfing. Wolfling. Love you all. A woo. Aw. I'm sad now. Oh man, bubbles drive wolves crazy. Holy shit. Hold on. This is pretty fucking good. Because remember what we talked about with wolves. Wolves are very monogamous, right? Oh, okay. Are genuinely deformed. Well, again, on purpose, right? Also, yeah, whoop moment. Yep, that's a whoop moment. That's 100% a whoop moment. All wolves are perfect. Oh my god. Oh, there's the one thing. Hold on a second. Out of curiosity, I checked daily active user rankings on Steam database, and Starfield is below the giants like Tabs, totally accurate battle simulators, or Power Washer Simulator. Woo! Oh my god. He can't even eat right. Oh, here it is. Here it is. The wolf jump scare. I found it. Yes. The wolf. The wolf jump scare. Chat. Prepare yourself. This is spooky. Prepare yourself. You're about to get spooked. You're about to get so spooked, you're not even going to believe it. Where the fuck did you come from? Oh. Hang on, here we go. Woo! I just love the other wolf. The wolf's like, hey! Oh my god. It's just literally just out of nowhere. Ooh! 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 But there's a thing. Wolves like to pick up things and carry them around, right? They just like to do that. And there was a video where a guy let's see. I left $100,000 in cameras on a wolf kill. Here's what they captured. I'm just gonna jump to a specific part. Where a wolf literally steals his camera. Like, the wolf, it literally just comes up and it just yoinks his camera. He sees it in the background here. Right? He's going to watch this wolf in the background here just yoink his camera.
So far. Oh.
Like, hello. He's like, what's this?
Oh, okay.
What's
there
this?
he goes.
It's
He
mine
picks up
now.
the camera. Wow, it looks like
And there he goes. He just walks away with it. He's just walking away with the camera casually. He's like, this is mine now.
he just walked down the hill with it. It's still in his mouth. Still in his mouth.
There he goes. There he goes.
He just kind of goes out of frame, so you can't really tell. Well,
there he goes. He actually goes out and finds the camera, right? So he was about to give up, and then he spotted it because obviously it's a big black box, just in white snow. But he finds it, and he goes to get camera footage of it to see what happened. Raven behavior. Yeah, that's wolves for you. So they get it. This is all the wolves did this, by the way. They got it like mounted up
That
so they
just
could
felt
gnaw
to
at
me
it
like
more.
a window into a world that's never seen.
Like, I'm going for this bit right here. Now, I have watched the new Internet Historian video. It's fucking fantastic. Unironically, it's fantastic. The ever given, the ever taken away. Yeah. So that was. Oh, hang on. Sorry. That was. You can see it over my shoulder. Jake Davis. I left $100,000 in cameras on a wolf kill. Here's what they captured. Oh, yeah. And then I started... I remember, because this is exactly what happened to me. I did this, and then I immediately jumped over here to watch Building the Log Cabin, Homestead in the Wild. And this dude's intros are interesting. So this is called Wild Homestead. And his intros are talking about having lots of military-grade babies. I'm going to find myself a wife and have many military-grade babies. But he has a... he created like a thing for himself, right? Like a brand. I want to see if I can find where you see the brand. Oh, here we go. I saw it for a second. There you go. Where are you at?
That's going to be another 6 inches.
Yep, here's put it up. Wolf Milk. That's his brand. That's his brand. Oh. Romulus and Remus moment. Yep. Well, that's why you saw he had the Roman stuff there, right? And that's another thing, too, is wolves will... Again, it's not common, mind you, right? It's not common. But wolves will actually take in abandoned children and join them into the pack. Right? Like, isn't that just weird? I mean, think about that logically, right? A child is abandoned in the woods, right? Little babies. And the wolf pack adopts it. An animal, a species, right? And an entirely different species. They don't have the same cognitive functions and everything that we do. But they adopt the children. And they raise them. And they care for them. Isn't that very weird? You know? And there's a particular term for it. It's, well, I mean, there's a genericized term for it, which is feralized children. But I think there's a specific term for, like, wolf-adopted children. Again, very strange. Very, very strange. Yeah, no. This is, like I said, this is why I just started watching. This is like, oh, cool. I like people doing, like, builds and everything like that and everything. And he's literally making a homestead, right? This is my weird, pup. But they give nice scratches. Yep. Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, going back to what Dimitri was saying, I still don't get it why H-Bomber Guy thinks it's plagiarism. It's concept of making videos when everyone does their way to do their content. Again, it feels like Internet Historian was thrown in there just to, like, make the video be more receptive, right? To be more, like, widely spread and received. That's what it feels like H-Bomber Guy put in Internet Historian. Because his whole thing of, like, he plagiarized from the thing. It's like, he literally went in chronological order of events? Like, what? That's your big gotcha bitch moment, is that he told the story in chronological events. Because that makes the most sense. Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah. Strawberry. Yeah. Again. It's just fucking wild. Wolf is limb-bound. The fuck? How'd they get a picture of me? what? What the fuck is? What the fuck did I just see? Hold on. All right. So he gets out like a can of
Ready?
spray.
Come on.
Like, oh, scent. Oh, scent. Scent. Oh, scent marking time. Yep. Oh, it's that easy. How do you distract the wolves? Spray some things on the ground. They will scent mark the shit out of it. Oh, my goodness sakes. Oh my goodness, hang on a second. Hold on. Potential. A little whoop cub. Hold up. Oh my god, it's too fucking adorable. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, this one's good. Holy shit. I'm built different. Like, incorrectly, I think. Oh my god. Alright. And now it's fun. Just a fun day today. You smell. Oh no. Oh my god. Well, apparently, we got a whoop with the zoomies. We got a whoop with the zoomies. He wanted to go. He wants to play. Woo! You gotta be very fucking careful. Very careful playing with whoops. Mm-hmm. And you gotta be careful, because wolves like to bite. That's how they play fight, right? So they play with each other. They bite. They get all bitey. And again, other small little wolf facts. Remember, wolves have webbed feet. I don't know what they're saying. We'll find out. I just saw the preview of the video. Hold on.
Huge feet.
There.
Nice white teeth.
There.
Huge feet.
Yes, nice white teeth.
Yeah. So they're little feetsies here. They're webbed. They got webbed feetsies. And the reason why is it actually helps them with weight distribution, right? On snow and everything. That's why wolves can fucking bolt across snow. They can bolt in the snow. They are speedy. They be quick. They be speedy. They be quick. Sorry, I just got stuck on on wolf posting. Give me your chicken wings. Hey, you know what? I believe it. I believe it. We saw in Vanderlyn this very scenario and situation, chat. We've done it before. Yeah. I was like, where are you going? We've done this in Vanderlyn now. Now that I know that you can use the shift commands and you can actually tell the wolves to fish for you, it's fucking great. Fucking gnat. Hate gnats. Hate them. Hate them. Single most annoying creatures ever devised in existence. Fucking gnats. Oh. The fuck? Dude, the fuck am I watching? I gotta stop. I gotta stop watching. I gotta get off this page. I gotta get off this page. I'm watching too many of these videos, right? Watch too many of. Too many. Too many. Right. So back on silly topics, shall we? Too much wolf scrolling. Yeah, exactly. Too much wolf scrolling. So, back to talking about wolf and werewolf manga. Uh... Again, it's so weird. Like, this next one. The title. Chat. The title. The title. Are you ready? Have you decided to make an adult werewolf novel? I probably fucking should. Apparently they sell well. Holy shit. Have you... You know how much money I heard these things make? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Holy shit. You can bring in like 5K a month from them. It's like, what? 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 Like, holy shit. I know I'm a better writer than like 99% of these chat GPT fucking vomited out nonsense. Shit, man, you hear stuff like that and you're just like, what? What? There you go. So this title. The wolf in heat likes his professor. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. There are so many of these. There's so many of these. Oh, yeah, that checks out. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you have all these other ones like Torn Between Alphas and stuff like that, right? Where it's like, ugh. Meanwhile, really fucking good one. One again, I highly, highly recommend. To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. It held up. It held up to the end. The ending was fucking fantastic. Chat, do you want me to spoil the ending for you? One of the coolest fucking things. I highly recommend you read it, but I will give a spoiler warning right now. I'm going to show part of the ending. Not the exact ending, but I'm going to show a part of the ending. And I have posted where you can actually read the full thing, right? Cain called it the Lord of Beasts. Hang on. I want to get a good one. Let's go from here. This is what I feel like one of those things. So, again, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. And then I will tell you when we are done spoilering things. But this ending is pretty fucking sick. Lord of the Beasts. Again, just fantastic artwork, too. Like, holy shit. Fantastic fucking artwork. So, an ability that he had from the start gets shown here. Again, I won't say exactly what it is for anybody that's looking away, obviously, for spoilers. But an ability he had gets shown right here. So fucking good. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. Alright. This is me alerting you that spoilers are now off of the screen. You can look back now. Safety with impunity. Fucking To the Abandoned Sacred Beast is really, really good. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those, like, diamonds that are there. And To the Abandoned Sacred Beast was a genuine diamond. Like, holy shit, it was so fucking good. Well, here's an interesting premise. here's an interesting one. It's a manhwa, so it's a Korean novel, or a Korean comic. But it's called Werewolf Breeding. And I was like, okay, that seems like typical of what we've seen thus far, but no. Vampires rule the night, taking the blood of those they desire. Humanity's only chance of defeating them is to restore the long-lost original werewolf. Join in the fight between werewolves and vampires to save humanity, to save the world. Sounds interesting. It's 104 chapters, and it says it's on hiatus. 104 chapters on hiatus from 2014. It's probably not being continued ever. Sorry. How much is translated up to? None? Nobody's ever translated it, eh? Oh. Somebody has translated it. Up to the hiatus mark itself. Okay, yeah, found somebody that's translated it. It's your civic duty to fuck the werewolf. I will sign up for multiple slots of that civic duty. I have no shame. I know what I am. I have no shame. I know what I am. All right. See more of what we got here. Werewolf Girl American. That's a fucking very weird title. Fucking, it's one gnat. It's one stupid gnat. This fucking gnat. I swear. I swear. Get out of here. I almost got it. I almost got it. Oh. Fuck off. You fucking thing. Hate. Hate gnats. I hate gnats so much. Wait. Wolf Butler and his cat master. The rich cat master is always in a moody mood. He always shows irritability to the caring Wolf Butler, but it doesn't seem to be really annoying. What? That's a title. That's a... Wolf Butler and his cat master. Okay. It's a Oh no. Chat, we're in for a wild ride on this one. It's a Manhua. And if anyone that doesn't know, those are the Chinese versions, and the Chinese versions are usually the most, like, wild, petty, like, just out there things you will ever fucking see. It's a comedy, though, so potential that it's not as, like, Chinese normally these things are. Potential. I am the young master from the rich family. This guy is my butler. Young master, your beverage. I hate him. That's a way to start. That's a way to start. I hate him. This is literally... Hang on, chat. This is literally how it starts. I'm the young master from the rich family. This guy is my butler. Young master, your beverage. I hate him. Well, so far we haven't dodged the Chinese allegations. And for anyone that doesn't know, Chinese manhua, sorry, they, a lot of them are very, very petty. Like, I instantly gained all the power and now I'm going to, like, beat up all my bullies. Sort of petty, right? Like, they take a weird joy in how petty they are. It is wild. It is genuinely wild. Like, there was one where it was this guy, he gets a worthless class for this gamified world, right? He gets a worthless class, and everybody makes fun of him and everything like that and stuff like that. And the moment he gets, like, he actually tames a real dragon, because dragons are real, they're just in hiding in the world, he instantaneously abuses the power. It's not even like I want to say it's not even a page later on a manhwa. A page later, he's suddenly abusing the power. And the secret police come with him, and they were like, oh, you're actually really cool. Would you like to be a part of the secret police? And he goes back to school, and the one lady who her son got abused, she's in league with the police, and the police are going to beat up the kid and stuff like that. And he's like, no, 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 I am with the secret police, which are even better than the normal police. Ha ha ha, I will now beat up on you instead, lady. And it's so fucking petty. Like, the pettiness all around is wild. And that's like every single Chinese manhwa ever. They are just super fucking petty. And they get powers undeservedly. Like, the rare ones are the ones where they actually work for the capability they have, right? Where they actually have to bust their ass, and they're working harder and harder, and they prove themselves. Most of the times, it just drops in their lap. They just suddenly get power, and they immediately corrupts them. Which, you know, I guess is fitting considering, you know, the China situation itself, right? Where your life is that miserable and your government is that fucking petty. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Unironically. It is wild. It is wild how petty they get. Okay. And let's continue this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Or let's go back to Guardians of Nature, shall we? Right. It spilled on me. I will wipe it off now. Go away! Don't touch me! I am the butler of the rich family. This is my master. Don't touch me! He hates me. Well, at least we know where we all stand, right? At least we all know where we all stand. America, you have power. Use it responsibly. Japan, you must push yourself to the breaking point for power. China, the powerful can do whatever they want. No, it's not. And I wouldn't even say it's that, right? The powerful should abuse whoever they want is more accurate to Chinese stuff, right? The powerful should abuse whoever they wish. It's like, okay. It's not even like the powerful can do whatever they want, because that part of Mirax's philosophy is the powerful can do whatever they want, and if they choose to defend the weak, that's their choice. They get to make the choice in the matter. They are strong. They get to choose to do that. But the powerful need to be wary lest they become the wicked. If they let that power go to their heads, if they become corrupted by it. Whereas, again, Chinese manhua is all about the powerful are immediately allowed to be abusive as fuck and get away with it. And it's always abuse. It's always abuse, like physical trauma abuse. Always. Always. Every single one I've ever seen. It's not enough that they show up the person and they prove them wrong or anything. No. They have to make sure that the person is bloody and black and blue, missing teeth, and like shamefully dragging themselves away from the fight in front of everyone, screaming, I'm sorry. I kid you fucking not. That's like 95% of manhua I've ever seen. Entire Chinese culture is like that. Yeah, exactly. It is awful. Genuinely awful. Yeah, it's so fucking weird. My character's power leveling and beating the shit out of the bullies and abusers. Yeah, it's just so awful, right? It's just, again, true. If you want people of true worth, it's the people that they put themselves through the effort, they get where they're going, and then they just leave that bad blood behind. It's like, you're not worth it. I've proven what I am. I don't need to prove myself to you. You literally aren't worth it. It's like what happened to Jennifer Woods. Again, she gets a little bit uppity about it, right? But when Jennifer Woods is talking shit about Extract, there you go. You don't mean Extract, do you? Jennifer was puzzled and decided to join Cindy by the window. There in the small parking lot was a black SUV, and out of the vehicle stepped a man wearing a suit and tie, completely out of place, and he had a manila envelope in his left hand, or in his hand. I need to redo that sentence clearly, because clearly that sentence fucks with me. Completely out of place, and had a manila envelope in his, I'll just say left hand, yeah. I do. And yeah, before you say anything, that looks shady as fuck. But for whatever reason, the big man, the one in charge of the whole conglomerate that took everything private, yeah, for some reason, he keeps making donations to sanctuaries like ours. We did some digging and it was all over the place. No idea why. Cindy got quiet as the man got close to the door. Never asked? Well, never told. Even when confronted, most of the guys that deliver the money don't give out details beyond just take the money. Really, it's very odd. The same assholes that poison the water system? As the door opened, the man that stepped in furrowed his brow and gave a cough. I can assure you, that matter was handled internally as well, and you should keep your voice down when speaking ill of guests. The man looked between the two of them and grumbled as he nodded to Cindy. I will assume the wild tongue is from your guest. I can speak for myself. Sorry, but I don't hold much stock in the words of Extract. After all, I don't care what you do or do not hold stock with. I'm here to make a delivery at the behest of those above me, not suffer the indignation of the company of some uneducated janitor. Again, he doesn't need to prove himself. He's literally just telling you the way it fucking is. He's like, I'm not here to soothe your fucking ego. I don't care. I'm going to stop you what you're saying right now. I don't give a fuck. Just buzz off. Go back to doing your fucking meaningless job. That's more what actual like strength is. Just like, I don't fucking care. Go away. I don't need to prove myself to you. I don't care about your approval. Oh my god. Okay, you've confused me with someone who actually cares. Yep. And again, she tries to offer her apologies later too in that exchange. And again, it's the same deal. It's like, I literally don't give a fuck. I'm not here to soothe your ego, right? Couldn't help yourself, eh? Just wanted to listen in a bit? Oh, get over yourself. I am one of the helpers here. If you really wanted privacy, you would have sat in your car, Jennifer said before crossing her arms. Perhaps I just expected something more of the help than to be sticking their noses where they don't belong. Fortunately for you, there was nothing secretive that was said anyways. She wanted to spit back that she had heard plenty of incriminating stuff, but it was clear the man was playing off the situation. Well, look, I did want to say sorry for... I don't care. I'm not here to soothe your ego or make yourself feel better for slights you gave unprovoked. If you feel the need to apologize, then you should reflect on yourself more. Yep. See, that's a problem. In a society so obsessed with face, the approval of others is above everything. Yeah. You didn't bow low enough, that's a beating. Yep. And again, this is what I'm talking about with, like, what actual being strong actually is. This guy does not care. He's like, she comes to apologize, and he's immediately like, I don't fucking care. Like, you're not going to get me to say, like, oh, apology accepted or any of that wishy-washy bullshit, right? You're just apologizing not to actually say you're sorry. You're doing it to soothe your own fucking ego. And that gets into a lot of things where people say I'm sorry too much when they don't actually mean it, right? Like, Jennifer here clearly doesn't mean it. She went out there to spy on him because she was so indignant of what he said about her earlier. So she doesn't mean a damn thing by saying I'm sorry. And this guy can read her like a book. He's like, I don't fucking care. It's like, again, your apology is nothing to me. I don't care. Alright, this is definitely one of those translations. Hold on. Are you sorry? Are you really? Or are you just trying to get out of trouble and save face? Exactly. Here's fucking... This is the weak are meat, the strong do eat world. That's a sentence. If somebody told me that as a sentence, like a normal person told me that as a sentence, I'd be like, that's a skinwalker sentence right there. That's a fucking skinwalker right there. No. No. That is a skinwalker sentence if I have ever heard it. Or the same thing with, like, the try to pay the maximum attention. It's like, it's just that's slightly off, right? It's a slightly off from normal. Oh my god. It's an uncanny valley in verbal / written form. It's not human. Destroy it. I've used that as a thing before too. Someone that speaks just slightly askew, where there's those small little things where the phrasing doesn't work correctly. It's really good. Oh my god. Wow. Sorry, I can't believe what the fuck. I mean, it's different than any manhwa I've ever seen before. Manhua, so, you know. Props for that. Right. Let's continue our search. Wolf Guy was pretty good. It was, I was just a bit annoyed with the ending. The ending, like, really, very much unsatisfied with that ending. But also, Wolf Guy was a lot more ecchi and erotic than I thought it would be. Like, it was very, very strange. I would give my third quiddly pooch for that. What? I mean my second kidney? No, it's not that. You don't want it to be that on the nose. It's more like I said, the concept of, like, try to pay the maximum amount of attention. Like, who the fuck says that? Right? Like, who actually says that? Thanks, Zim. Like, that's a little more blatant and on the nose. You want those, like, slightly askew phrasings and stuff like that, right? Like, the I'd buy that for $1 thing is the normal phrase, right? And that's become kind of a mimetic thing. But then you do something like, I'd purchase that for $1. You know, just, it's like, it's weird that you would use purchase there and not just buy, you know? Like, I can understand the buck part, but it's just the purchase being there. It's that slightly thing, like, it's a weird way to say a sentence, especially when you're trying to copy, I'd buy that for $1. You know? It feels like you're trying to say the same thing without being accused of plagiarizing. There's just something off about it. Instead of saying, like, pay close attention, try to pay the maximum amount of attention. And again, that's fucking weird. It's weird. That is worth at least $1, I believe. Mm-hmm. The worth of this is at least $1. Like, okay. Fucking weird. Welcome to Bright Falls. Oh, hey, wait. Actually, speaking of, I don't know why that reminded me of it, but hang on. Dawn of War. Do you have your price listed yet? You still don't have a price listed. What the fuck? What in the fuck? You bastard bitch shit fucks. Put a price on it, damn it. It looks so good. It looks so good. I want it. Oh. I wonder if the Necrons are still going to be crazy powerful. Necrons were like the hardest one to fight because they were just so fucking strong. Canines are the ultimate human companion. Yeah, instead of dogs are a man's best friend. Whew. Pay close attention. Try to pay the maximum amount of attention. Like, I think I've got that from CV11. I think CV11 even pointed out that one where he's just like, okay, nope, that is a Skinwalker sentence. That is a Skinwalker sentence right there. What was the name of the thing, though? What was the name of that game? I'll know when I see it because it has a particular look to it. Ah, here we go. Chasm the Rift. Here it is. Chasm the Rift. I'm just going to jump to the particular part because it's the
In our experience from previous operations,
I think it's
we
it.
found that the monsters use energy fields of great magnitude in order to transport to our dimension, our time. In other words, they may appear in any part of the planet, as if from nowhere.
My guy over here really trying to give a canonical explanation to the game teleporting enemies in.
Also, we had sightings of a time channel, which appears when the time strikers arrive. The soldiers who witnessed it described it as a fluctuating green...
Yeah, I get it. Monsters, military base. This ain't my first rodeo. I can guess that the station is going to be poorly lit.
It has been some time since we've received word
There
of
we
the
go.
disaster. Time strikers have possibly reached the wind generators.
You mean fans?
Try to pay maximum attention.
That is a slobjank line. Try to pay maximum attention is like a Skinwalker sentence. It's like English in the Uncanny Valley. There's just something slightly off about it, even though it technically makes sense.
And
Yeah, I agree. I agree so much. I agree so much. That is a slopjink line. That is a Skinwalker sentence. It's a fucking... It's so true. It's so true. The wind generators. Do you mean fans? It's so fucking true. Holy shit. That is a Skinwalker sentence right there. That is a sentence made in the Uncanny Valley. Oh. Oh my god. I should probably do that more often with like doing things slightly askew. I've done it with characters as well. Okay. So, I had a big Shadowrun campaign, right? I had a big Shadowrun campaign. This Shadowrun campaign you would start off with in a fight, a losing fight. There was no way to win this fight, right? I intentionally made it so that was the case, and your entire crew gets taken down. But Dockwagon, as you're all like drifting into unconsciousness and everything, and you know the stems are trying to kick in, you're trying to keep yourself alive. Dockwagon shows up and saves you all, right? That's the last thing you see. Then you come to inside of a medical room, and some of your crew hasn't made it. They still have sheets over them, and it's clear that they've died. But the players have all made it. So they get up off the medical table and everything, and they go out and they meet Sam. Sam is the branch director for this branch of Dockwagon here in the greater Indianapolis area. Right? This is where this all takes place. And he basically says, you're going to be running some jobs for me. And it's like, and he wants you to say, he's like, I'll pay you very well and stuff like that. And I have a failsafe if players say they don't want to do that. He says, well, that's too bad. And he snaps his fingers and one of their heads will explode. Because while you were under, he implanted micro explosives into all your skulls. He's like, well, I was going to make it so I was going to pay you guys really well, but now, since you're no longer wanting the carrot, I'm going to give you the fucking stick. You are going to do jobs for me, and you're going to like it. But it's basically a way to set up the situation, right? And then from there, either if the player's accepted for the money, because it would have been good money, or they have to take the stick method, you can have that playing in the background, right? Because that'll always be there. There is an explosive device in their cranium. And I was going to have, like, clues sprinkled in that something wasn't quite right. Like, maybe they'd get a couple headaches and things like that every now and then and be like, okay, there's something wrong with your head. And then if they were to do a scan, they would see that there's explosive devices inside their skull. And then, you know, put two to two together, they realize Dockwagon put it there, you know, as a form of control, right? To make sure that they're actually going to do their fucking job. And I had it all throughout that the guy they worked for, Sam, keeps speaking in weird ways, right? He doesn't have Uncanny Valley lines, but he's a lot more like, his mannerisms and speech are a lot older than they should be, right? They feel like they're from a different era. He's a man out of time, basically. He doesn't use a lot of the new slang, the new lingo, and everything like that. He's using a lot of really old-timey words and lingo and, like, turns of phrase instead. And all throughout it, there's a lot of... I made a bunch of, like, cryptographic charts and things like that. There was a bunch of, like, hidden codes and stuff. There would be... If any of the players was a shaman character, they would have a lot of times where their spirits would be constantly, like, screaming and freaking out because something big was coming. And, like Swood and Grummet. Yeah, so they wouldn't use, like, Fragger and stuff like that. You know, he wouldn't use a lot of the lingo speak in Shadowrun. So he used a lot of old words and stuff. And then what would happen was there would be all kinds of things like that. There would be these weird, like, guardians that would show up. And they would be like mini boss fights if the players wanted to go against them or not. Otherwise, they seem to be, like, oddly passive, except for, like, narrow focus. And these guardians, they were big guys in, like, trench coats and stuff like that. They walked around, they have heavy ordnance that they're walking around with. And they have these helmets, right? These strange dragon helmets that they're wearing. And stuff like that. And they're just walking around town, and there'll be people, like, spray painting. They won't, like, go against anybody that's, like, waving guns or anything like that. But all of a sudden, this is like these people are spray painting something. And they'll suddenly attack the person spray painting. Like, it's weird. Like, why are they attacking the person spray painting? And then if the players would interact with the thing, they'd see what the spray paint was, and they'd see it's a code cipher on the wall. And I had a bunch of like handouts and stuff like that to hand them. And the specific code ciphers would constantly be referencing things like, it's a bright light, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen before. And it'd be stuff like that over and over and over again, like all throughout, like different code words and ciphers. Some of them were just simple, you know, place A for 1 and so on and stuff like that. Others would be a lot more complex where you needed the key phrase, and then that would dictate how many moves you would make for each one of the numerical values. Like, you know, there was all kinds of stuff like that. I had it all throughout. And you would be doing all kinds of jobs, not just for Dockwagon, because he said, you know, I don't want to be your master on everything, right? So if you want to take some side jobs, as long as you do the jobs I want you to do, I don't care if you take some side jobs and shit on this, you know. If you want to get some extra hardware or like buff your guys up and stuff like that, I don't care. You can do that all you want. All I care about is that when I call, you answer. And so one of his big jobs would have been to break into a military base to download some files. He needed you to upload this data program he had so that they could get some specific files, because they were looking for missing people. And, you know, you go in there, you break into it and everything like that, and if the players would succeed or not, it didn't matter. And if they didn't succeed, I was going to have it, he had an alternate team anyways. The players would know about the alternate team, that they were going in to do the same thing at a different base. So, no matter what, the story was progressing. But if the players did it, obviously they would get a big bonus and everything, and they would give them more of the clues and stuff of what's going on. And then eventually what it would turn out to happen was there was a joint effort by all these different corporations in the military to create what is known as LIGHT. L-I-G-T. LIGHT. Laser Integrated Geographic Targeting Kill Satellite. Well, once that all gets uncovered, Sam would then reveal that Dockwagon was going to take control of the greater Indianapolis area. He would put his master plan into motion, and all those little jobs you did were like getting the foot in the door. Dockwagon was going to take over. It was no longer going to be a neutral entity in this area. He was like going rogue, and he was having the entirety of Dockwagon work with him. And it would be revealed that he was the one that's releasing these guardians out on the street. Well, the military and all the corporations are like, well, you picked the worst time to get over ambitious. And so the military activates LIGHT, and they will nuke Dockwagon headquarters with Sam in the building still. And it turns out that was exactly the one thing they should not have done. Because the big reveal is Sam is a dragon. And if you know anything about dragons in the Shadowrun universe, there is a reason that they tell you never, ever make a deal with a dragon. Never, ever. Dragons are very special in the Shadowrun universe. They are the only entity besides players that gets the luck stat, where they can literally spend it to overcome impossible situations. And they are supremely powerful. And as it turns out, what Sam needed was he needed the military to activate the kill satellite so that Sam could take control of it. All of your little odd jobs was to get a data package in that would allow Sam to take control, an exclusive control of the kill satellite once it was used for the first time. But he needed a big enough threat for the military to actually push the button. So Dockwagon suddenly going rogue, this entity that all corporations and all of society relies on, suddenly going rogue and deciding we're in charge now, was a big enough threat. And he got what he wanted. And all of those like clues and ruminations and everything was the fact that a dragon was rising, and he was going to take control of the entire city himself. And the whole bright light, brighter than the sun, was literally light. So, yeah. Again, that was an old Shadowrun campaign that I so wanted to run so badly, but it always fell through. We couldn't get anybody ever together for it or anything. I was always disappointed with it. So I was like, I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to turn it into a book at some point. So I've always had all that like paperwork and all that stuff sitting on the side to do that. That's his gift. If you actually do the whole thing, if you actually work with him, he will offer you a job. And if you take it, he removes the explosive devices in your head. If you don't take it, he still removes the explosive devices because you've been a good pawn. He just releases you onto the world. He's like, there's nothing you can do to threaten me. I don't give a shit anymore. Right? Dead or alive, you're going downtown. That's a pretty good Uncanny Valley phrase. I agree. Yeah. Essentially, that's that whole thing. Like at the end, he's like, I'm just gonna remove them. I don't give a shit. Like, there's nothing you can do to threaten me or my position. And yeah, now I've got a fucking kill satellite under my direct control, and not just any kill satellite, but the most advanced kill satellite ever made. It's mine. Like I said, I'll turn that into a book at some point. That's on the way back burner because I want to do my own stuff now, stuff that I totally own and control. But I would love to do that as a Shadowrun book, and just put that out there and let you know, if hey, maybe if Hairbrain Schemes likes it and everything, that'd be really neat. That'd be a really fun campaign to go through, I think. I'm biased, mind you, but I think that would be an interesting like double twist. He controls the world until some of the cheap Chinese components break. Remember, Shadowrun is a weird universe where everything is like it's the cyberpunk corporations control everything, right? Like the police is its own corporation. The military is a rarity, right? So you're usually dealing with corporate like kill teams and stuff like that, and kill satellites and all that stuff like that. They are built to be nigh indestructible, right? They are the ultimate like WMD. Kill satellites are the be all end all. And so this, having the corporations working in tandem to get more control and contracts from the government so they can get even more money and standing in society, they built this kill satellite that would be under control of the governance, and there's not many governments left. Most of the governments, most of the like government entities are free states, right? Like in Shadowrun Dragonfall, that is the entirety of the game takes place in the Berlin Free State. So you're over in Berlin, Germany. There is no government authority or control. It is a total fucking chaotic mess. god. Oh my god, that's funny. Sorry. Unironically, again, the dragon being made president is what saved the United States, which then turned into the United States of Canada. It's like, I forget what the full thing is in Shadowrun. Hold on a second. Run, United States. The United Canadian and American States. That's what it is. USAS. UCAS. Yeah. The United Canadian and American States. And that was under the control of the Big Daddy Dragon. He specifically did it to save the world. And he sacrificed himself, again, to save the world. There was the spell that fucking killed him. It was wild. Nobody knows for sure how the fuck it happened or how Big Daddy D died. I wish I could remember his name. What was his name? What was his name? Fuck! Trying to remember his name. I have to look it up now. I have to. Yes, there it is. Dunkelzahn. All right. Yeah. The big daddy dragon, right? Dunkelzahn. He takes over as president of the United Canadian and American States. And he starts fixing a lot of things, right? He basically, like, descends like an angel, like, be not afraid. And he's weirdly, like, charitable. What's the way to put it? He's very, like, humanoid oriented for a dragon, which again gives people a lot of misconceptions about dragons, when there's a reason that the saying is never make a deal with a dragon. But he is weirdly, like, philanthropic, I guess is a good way to put it, right? Like, it is strange how charitable he is, and he has his own talk show, which is Worm Talk. But it's very weird how, like, kind he is to the little people, basically. Yeah, he gets assassinated eventually, and he knew it was coming, but he basically set the world in motion so that the world would survive the Awakening. And the Awakening is when magic turned back on, right? Magic suddenly turned back on just out of nowhere. The fucking Awakening happens. Magic comes back. All of these people suddenly start having, like, elf children and orc children and dwarf children. So like that, it's like society itself flips the fuck out. Because obviously, you know, suddenly, yeah, everything's all good. 11:59, everything's all good. The stroke of midnight, magic comes back. What the fuck? What? It just suddenly magic is back on. We turn back on the lights. Yeah, it's fun to reminisce about Shadowrun. I love Shadowrun. It's a great universe. It's a great setting. And again, there are so many things that have set up just how, like, powerful and manipulative dragons are. It is wild. There was a really interesting one where this Shadowrunner, she finds a little cat, and she takes the cat in, and she starts taking the cat everywhere with her. And she's like, I'm gonna go kill this dragon, because she wants to kill this dragon really badly. So she brings the cat along with her and stuff like that. And she finally, eventually confronts this dragon. And the dragon freaks the fuck out and looks very fucking scared. And she's like trying to figure out why. And suddenly her little cat starts talking and starts walking closer and closer to the other dragon. And the other dragon's like, no, I don't want any fucking part of this. Well, her cat turns out to be an elder dragon that was in disguise the whole time, pretending to be this docile little feline, so that she would unwittingly bring her into this dragon sanctuary, and she fucking kills the shit out of this little upstart whelp. It's like, no, you came into my territory. And I let this human retard basically carry me around, be an unknowing deliverer of your fucking destruction. And she turns and looks at the human, and the human is just like pissed because she hates all dragons. And the human gets uppity and she just gets eaten. She's like, well, you served your purpose. I don't give a fuck anymore. Though it was fun to pretend to be a cat and be pampered a little. Maybe I'll do it more often. It's like, oh, okay. That kind of lets you know, like, dragons are on a different level. The corporations themselves don't fuck with dragons, alright? The corporations in Shadowrun, even the corporations that are in control of everything, they do not fuck with dragons. They do not mess with them. You do not want to mess with a dragon. And the other thing, too, is that it's not just like, oh, you might win against the dragon. You can. You can win. But all the other dragons will remember that. So, it's that whole thing of, Dragonfall actually has a fantastic ending where you can set Firewing free. Like, when Firewing awoke, she freaked the fuck out because of the destruction of nature. Firewing was very much obsessed with nature and the protection of nature. So when she woke up and she saw how much nature had been perverted, had been like ravaged, she flipped her shit and started killing everything. You get a lot of audio documentaries and stuff like that. A lot of old audio logs of Firewing waking up. All the horror and destruction and people not knowing what's going on, and like all the emergency phone calls. Like, these are stuff you can collect throughout the game. It's a really, really cool fucking bit of like background detailing about just how fucking scary Firewing is. And then you finally meet Firewing in the end. And this is Firewing after her mind has been broken. And she's like whimpering and everything like that, and she's been taken captive. And it turns out that you have been going on missions for another dragon that's been trying to set her free. And if you actually do the ending where you set Firewing free, and she flies up into the sky, and she goes to find herself a place that still has nature, you get visited by a certain German man, a mysterious German man, who sits on a train beside you, and he starts talking with you, and he asks you, why'd you set the dragon free? And if you tell him why, like, if you give him the answer that dragons should always be free to do what they want, he gets a smile on his face, and he says, I probably have a position for you to work somewhere. Would you be interested? And then he reveals his name, and yeah. For anyone that knows the lore, that dragon, the guy sitting on the train for you, is one of the most powerful dragons in the world. And he's offering you a job. Very, very fucking good ending, by the way, for Dragonfall. I genuinely love Dragonfall. Shadowrun Returns is okay. But the problem is it has to do the heavy lifting for setting up the world and stuff for normies and everything again. And it kind of falls apart. Because it has to do a lot of the nitty-gritty exposition stuff. Dragonfall is just totally, you either know the world or you don't. You'll figure it out as you go or you won't. And then that ending is so fucking good. Because if you do the other ending where you kill Firewing, the guy is decidedly more hostile towards you on the train, and if you don't come up with a good excuse, if you don't come up with a good excuse for why you killed Firewing, like if you said you put them out of their misery, like they were clearly broken, their mind was gone, they weren't the same Firewing they were anymore, he's more understanding. If you say anything remotely close to, like, it's the fate all dragons deserve or anything, you're not leaving that train alive. And I genuinely love that. I highly, highly recommend Dragonfall. It is such a good fucking game. Shadowrun Dragonfall is unironically great. And so is Shadowrun Hong Kong. Hong Kong is great as well. But Dragonfall is genuinely great. Highly recommended. Right. Alright, chat. I've been rambling and we've been doing silly, funny stuff. Like, I could sit here and gush about a lot of these fucking stories so much. But for now, chat. Played through all 3 games as a human wizard with a shotgun and a sword. Good times. I played as a splicer. Or, sorry, not a splicer. I'm getting all my different universes all mixed up. I played as a decker. So many universes with hacking and stuff in it. No. I played as a decker in a lot of them. Just to see. Because a lot of times decking gets overlooked. And man, oh man, when you play a decker, though, it is a lot of fun. And they have great fucking music. Oh my god, the music is really good in Shadowrun. Rigger, yeah. Nice. Nice. So, for anyone that doesn't know, you have the hackers, and then you have the, like, manipulators of technology. And so, you use a deck in Shadowrun. Right? You have a data jack, and you have like a keyboard. That's basically what your deck is. You carry a keyboard around with you. Deckers are the hackers that go in to like cyberspace. That you literally like physically like project your mind into it. Right? Your mind is in cyberspace. It's why being a decker is very fucking dangerous. Because there are booby traps and shit like that in cyberspace that are literally designed to fry your brain or turn you into a zombie. Shit like that. You gotta be very fucking careful. Riggers are basically people that have, like, robots that they control with their mind. It's really fucking cool. Shadowrun is a really cool universe. I highly recommend looking into Shadowrun. It is genuinely really fucking cool. Yeah, play Shadowrun Dragonfall at the very least. Play Shadowrun Dragonfall at the very least. It is a very, very good game. Lots of choices and paths to go down. Like, there's so many things to do. And there's a bunch of stuff that's like, because of your actions, this happened, right? Really, really fucking cool. Really cool. Anyways, chat. In the meantime, hope you guys take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped. I will see you back here tomorrow where we'll be playing Peak with Kritosis, Pagan, and Metal Commander. We're going to have ourselves a good old time. Also, F the Black Lodge. LOL later. Yeah. Bye-bye for now, everyone. I still have to come up with a movie we're going to watch. We'll come up with something. Yeah. I'll come up with something. Bye-bye for now, everyone.